All right, what's up?
Not much. Back in the bunker.
In the bunker. Once again. What is this? Number 5?
Numero cinco.
Cinco?
Cinco.
Okay, cool. Number 5. Down in the bunker. James and I have not left yet. We're still splitting beans in half.
Haven't seen sunlight in about a week.
It's very cold down here.
As Bobby Schmurda would say about a week ago.
About a week ago. F with us. And then we tweaking now? Is that the, is that the lyrics?
I think that is. So, I had something pretty cool happen the other day.
Yeah?
I saw an old friend, Neil, from
Neil.
Marsh. Remember the Pepsi Man?
Oh, I saw him at Kroger the other day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's been like 2 years since I've seen him.
Holy cow.
And he's like, he hasn't seen me either, obviously, because I haven't been there. And he just like, our eyes lock, and he goes, "Hey, James."
That's so sick.
And I was like, oh my God. I thought he was dead. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my god.
I thought he died because I didn't see him. I was still working
Yeah.
at Kroger, and then I stopped seeing him.
He just randomly quit.
And yeah, so I'm
coming.
like, this guy,
Oh
this
my
man is
God.
one of the hardest working men I've ever seen.
Dude, respect to Neil. Like I
Big
will,
shouts out. Local legend, roster alert,
I
Neil.
local legends roster alert.
But he's such a, it's so funny
Get the
because like,
clipboard out.
when,
Roster alert, everybody.
when
Neil's number 1 on the
Neil's
roster.
number 1.
dude.
He's got a number 1 on
He's
his
first
jersey.
at bat every time. bro.
When I think of him, I think of like the, did you watch Zootopia with like the Flash? That was like
No.
the sloth.
No.
Well, I think of Neil as like a slower moving kind of guy.
Yeah.
Just the way he talks. But then I see him sprint from his van to the Kroger parking, like to
He
the
did that at
Kroger
Marsh,
building.
too.
Yeah, at Marsh, he would just sprint. Like
He would
was
park
late.
across like the entire parking lot, and then after like he would get done
Literally the farthest away.
stocking soda, he would just sprint to his car. We're like,
Like he's late for an appointment with this car.
I missed her so much. I need to drive home.
I freaking loved it. 'cause
Never
I
seen
just
someone so
remember,
excited to
like-
get off work. That's me after a long day at Target.
And he has like these massive strides. It takes him
He's like a gazelle, man.
it's like 6 bounds and
Just
he's there.
leaping. He's leaping to his car.
Oh my gosh! But I've never forgot. Just like I was doing like a fuel break or something. I can't remember. I've seen him do it in Kroger or when I was working at Marsh too. But
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh my God! Like it's a decent amount of distance that he's just booking it to the van. And I was just
Yeah.
like, what?
He's
Look,
getting
it's
his
like,
miles in. man.
It's like 7:28. Like it's some weird time. It's like, yeah. But anyway, I thought you'd appreciate that because
I do.
we have a shared history with
Yeah.
Neil.
Neil's the guy, man. Like I never was as like. You talked to him more than I did, because like I don't really say hi to people like that because I'm shy.
Yeah.
So like Neil and I would like wave to each other, but I guarantee like he wouldn't know who I am today.
You
Well,
sure?
yeah,
Might.
because then you worked with him like at Marsh and then at Kroger. I mean,
Yeah.
and I've seen him like the last time I saw him was like 4 years ago, and then even when like we were working to like he would come in, like I would just kind of nod to him and that's it.
Give him that respectable little.
Yeah, because I
tilt.
was, like, but I understood, like I respected him. It was like I
You
know
know,
Neil,
you're in the presence of someone.
someone special.
Someone
Yeah,
special.
like a golden-hearted Neil.
He really is. Big shouts out to Neil.
Love Neil. So
then,
we were just talking about a second ago before we started recording, and it made me think of a long time ago. I don't know if it was on like the pilot episode, like
Mhm.
from years ago, or like in one of the archived episodes. But like we were talking about like Twitter and like the roll call of like
I thought we tweeted that.
we did tweet that,
Yeah.
but I don't like I was
We
gonna.
tweeted just so
Yeah.
everyone knows, we tweeted out roll call class of 2016.
It was like a year ago. But
Yeah.
like that was like I don't even remember like who kind of came up with it. I think it was me or like
That's
Evan or someone
yeah.
like that. And then I know like one of us like kind of piggybacked off of it, but I don't know who. Or you did it.
Did I tweet it out?
Yeah, okay, wait. I think I know what happened. Like I tweeted like I was like, what is everyone from like the class like McConaughey class of 2016 doing right now? And then someone quoted it. I think it was you quoted it. You said McConaughey graduating class of 2016 roll call in
Okay.
like all
Okay.
caps.
Gotcha.
It's like, who up were you at?
Who up right now?
Like who up right now? Class of 2016. Like, but I wanted that so badly to see like some of the random kids like the most like the weirdest kids you never think of like talking to, or like you just kind of remember them in high school and you're like, I wonder like what are they doing
You have like
now?
one memory of them, and it's one
Yeah.
of like the weirdest things that they
Yeah.
could have done.
Exactly, and you're like, what are they doing right now? I just
For
wanted
real.
like
I just want to know where they're at in life.
I want to know where everybody is.
I want to be a
man.
fly on the wall, and there
So bad.
just see what's going on.
I've stumbled across a couple of like Facebooks, and I'm like, what? What is happening right now? I think everybody that I've seen has like 4 kids, so.
Gee,
Yeah, that's tight.
been busy.
Yeah, jeez Louise.
They have I see a couple people just working in Peru. I see a couple people that I recognize, but I know they recognize me too, but we don't even say hi just because I'm like,
Yeah.
we went to the same school for
Right, like you both
at
know
least
each
4
other,
years.
but it's
Yeah,
like it's not even on a speaking like,
terms. Yeah.
yeah, like yeah, you went to high school together, like
Last
Never
thing I
had an
heard this girl say
exchange.
was her favorite animal was a monkey, and that was like in Pipe Creek.
what?
So that's what. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, how's it going?
right, like hey,
'Cause
yeah,
that's
what are
the-
you up to?
You still like monkeys?
Yeah, remember from preschool you said you like monkeys.
Monkeys?
You still enjoy monkeys?
Do you still enjoy monkeys as you did as a child?
I would enjoy a monkey. I love monkeys.
No, but I would just love. Like, I like the idea of it, just like everyone replying.
yeah,
It being like a mass text. Can we get like, you know how FAFSA or whatever, like the government can send you a text, or you to get those messages that you have
Yeah.
to reply stop
yeah,
to?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We should try to get everyone's number.
That'd be
Just
awesome.
Text like
I would love to
roll
just
call.
like say or like send some dumb shit and see like I don't know, maybe not that like I would like old me like a few years ago would be like I would just send the most random like obscure meme or something like that or say some really stupid stuff,
Yeah.
but like that's not me anymore. Like I would just like to see like just randomly start talking to the kids that you never talked to in high
Right.
school. I'd be like, yo, like John, what's up?
Oh, shouts out John.
Shouts out John. There are 2 Johns I'm thinking of right now, and they are both.
Characters.
They're both. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of
extreme
characters. We had. I was thinking about that today. I always think
McConaughey
about
just had
that.
like a breed of kids that were like, this is some weird like
The newest
Midwestern.
batch.
This is like this is a weird batch right here.
Yeah.
Like.
We had a little bit of everything, I think, is what made it
We
nice.
really had an entire melting pot. Like,
Get at us.
holy cow! That's like
Statue of
the
Liberty.
characters in like our graduating class and even like the class before and
Before,
after us,
yeah.
like, whoa, like it's a whole different breed out here. There's many different breeds out here, like breeds of humans.
You're like some subhumans, some above humans, like the next evolution.
Yeah, some like alphas.
That's what it felt like. It felt like that Darwin chart where it shows like the monkey walking into the man. Like I feel like you could pick out each one of those monkey human things and find a representative brave.
Brave. Oh my god. Brave pride, man.
Brave pride.
Nothing like is more like nothing more proud to say I graduated from McConaughey High School. It's awesome.
I still wear my Letterman jacket.
Yep.
I want to be one of those guys.
I wore it. You know what's kind of embarrassing? Like I'd always clown on the kids wearing the Letterman jackets after high school.
Mm-hmm.
But like for a while, like when I was working at Chrysler and it would get cold, I wanted a sweatshirt I could ruin, so I would wear my McConaughey like class like
Oh, the hoodie.
the hoodie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say your Letterman jacket
No.
after being like, I wanted something I could just tear up.
Wearing my Letterman at the
Letterman.
factory. God, I would look like a goober. But no, like
Varsity Chrysler worker.
yeah, like geez Louise. But like it said 2016 really big on the back and
Mhm.
all of our signatures and everything, and
Yeah.
I would get clowned on for it.
Really?
Like yeah, they're like
I definitely remember being the type that like, yeah, I'm not ever gonna wear this stuff. And I think the only thing I've worn is like the sweatpants. I think I cut them above the knee and just made them into shorts. and then I just wore those to like a practice one time or something.
Yeah.
But
There's no need to wear that stuff, man.
you're not in high school anymore. Close the
Yeah.
yearbook.
For real, put that in the back of the closet for the memories, and that's it. Like, why are you wearing that? Like, I don't know. That kind of freaks me out. But, like, I would get clowned on at Chrysler. Not, like, really clowned on, you know, for
Mhm.
wearing it. But I would be, like, I would get caught, like, everybody was old there. So they were, like, they would get so sad when they see I just graduated in 2016. And it was, like, 2018. Like,
yeah.
2017, 2018. Like,
Were they like, I remember?
yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, They're like, I would hear, oh, we're getting, like, two guys behind me. They're like, oh, we're getting old. And they would look at me. And I'm like, jeez.
I had that happen today. Some guy's like, well, I remember being 50 about 15 years ago. It's like, all you young workers. He's like, you got it easy. It's like, chill out.
Hey, man, times are evolving.
Times are, yeah, get with the times.
It is kind of sad to see, I don't know how this pertains to anything, but, like, that just made me think it's, like, kind of weird to see, like, how much easier things have gotten.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, I sound like a boomer, but, like,
Hey, how easy things are now?
no, I don't hate how easy things are, but I sound like a boomer because I'm like, I feel like nobody's like working hard anymore. Like, nobody's like doing like the tough job. Like, our age, like, nobody wants to do like a good, like, hardworking job, you know? They're like, I want to be a TikTok famous.
Oh,
And that's what I'm
gotcha.
going to be. And it's like some dude that, like, I don't know, that you could see. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like I sound like a boomer, but, like, I
Didn't
don't
you want
know.
to be internet famous at one time? Not to throw shade.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that I'm part of that that generation that doesn't want to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I did work in a factory, but I'm like, this shit
Blows.
sucks. Yeah, I'm like, this is not chill.
Right. You know, it'd be more chill. Just
Making a podcast.
no. I think I see what you're saying. It's not that people don't want to work, but they're like, I don't know. Like, it was kind of weird because when I asked my little brother, like, what do you want to do when you grow up or whatever, and I get it. Like, it used to be astronaut or princess or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not the point. But he says YouTuber,
Right.
and I'm like, pick something
My
else.
Ethan was saying that for a while. My brother.
Yeah.
For a long time, he's like, I'm just gonna be a YouTuber.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's your backup plan? And he's like, marine biologist. I'm like, okay,
All right.
I'm good.
All right, cool.
As long as your goal is like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make money playing video games. And it's such a weird thing because it's like, it's not that you can't do it, but it's just like, it's definitely not as easy as you were thinking it
No,
is.
I feel like that would be so fun, but, like, I don't know. Like, I appreciate the struggle that some of these guys and gals go through.
These humans.
Yeah. Like, these people are putting it all on the line and getting, like, 1,000 viewers a day on Twitch or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, and it's kind of sad, but, like, also kind of interesting to see.
It is. It makes you appreciate the ones that you like and are successful. 'Cause
Right.
It's like, they had to struggle.
Uh-huh.
Like,
You know, they put some work in.
yeah, I was watching a couple weeks ago that Mark Rubier. We had talked about him previously, and he was on Sway in the Morning, and they were asking him a little bit about his story. And I wish I knew more about him, but from what I know, he was doing like customer service jobs, working for like corporate, I don't know, offices, I guess. And so he was like, I can either, like, he got fired. I think he got fired. And then he's like, I can either keep doing this or I can really try to do this music thing. And then he just kept, like, he started getting gigs and whatnot. But the whole thing is, like, it's so cool that he was able, like, I don't know if I'd be a little scared to do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
To, like, lose that sense of security
Right.
or have a job to have a job that, like, 1 month, even, like, sales, where it's, like, 1 month you can have a killer month and make a ton of money. And then the next,
Exactly. It's like
Like-
such a roll of the dice game.
yeah.
Like, you got to put it all on the line, and you got, like, if you fail, then
Kind of have no one but
Shoot.
to blame
yeah.
but yourself.
But, like, I don't know. People can do it, I think. Like, I would love
Yeah,
to do that.
I don't want to. I don't. When Matthew tells me that, I don't tell him to pick something else.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
not like
hope that's not all he wants. Like,
right.
that's not all it's gonna be. But even like, so we're talking like young kids now. Like even people our age are just out here like trying to go as hard as possible on TikTok to go viral.
Yeah, it's you have like like a whole span of like ages, like from 13 to like 60. I feel like on TikTok, like there's old men and old women like
We were
trying
just
to get
looking
things.
at some before we started recording, and it's kind of creepy, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's
Just
definitely like
what the internet, how open it is to everyone. Not that I think it should be restricted, but part of me is like, maybe you shouldn't be on here.
you should be tested to have
Yeah,
internet.
yeah, maybe we should test people before they get an account.
Oh my god, I think just an internet account, like
You have to have like, yeah, before you can even browse the internet,
yeah,
you
exactly.
have to pass this test. You have your internet registration card on you or something.
It's just yeah, exactly, and it's just like a I don't know, like a self-aware kind of thing test, you know,
You have to be able. You have to be like a reasonable
like a reasonable amount of like self-awareness.
awareness.
Yeah, because like some people just have zero, and it's truly appalling.
I feel bad, but so like those doors have the motion sensor on like grocery stores or like how Target has like the motion sensors.
Yeah.
And so at Kroger, they work if you're entering, so they work on one side, but they don't work on the other side.
Yes.
So like you can walk through the doors on one side, they'll open up, but if you go to turn around back through the doors, it's not going to open up. So it cracks me up just how many people just like almost walk into it, wave their arms at the little motion sensor thing, and then turn around. But today, I think I had the best one of all. I'm sure she's a sweet old lady, but this old lady just rams her cart
Oh.
into the doors, full bore, just like, and then looks, and then just turns around.
What's going on
Just like,
here?
"Ugh." I should have been like, no.
No.
I should have slow motion.
Stop. Wait. Don't hit
But I
it.
also kind of wanted to watch it happen,
Yeah.
and I'm glad I did because it was funny.
We have that at Target too, and it's the funniest thing.
Battering
I've ever seen in my
rams.
life. Yeah. So like ours is even worse. So we have the entrance doors that swing open. Like ours don't slide open like
Right.
Kroger. Our swing open, and like the other, like if you obviously try to walk through, it's not gonna swing open into you.
Into you.
Yeah. So like there's two separate doors, and you have to walk around the carts to get it. So like you can walk in, and then the exit's like 10, 15 feet
Mm-hmm.
to the right, and it's a whole different door. But in between that, that's where all of our carts go. And then so like if you're looking at the front of the store, the far left is the entrance, and it's like blocked off with some bricks, and then there's two giant sliding doors, and that's where we put all the carts in at,
Mhm.
and then there's the exit doors. So like you know how many people like you when you walk, it's like exit, carts, and then entrance.
Mhm.
Like that's the way. Like you walk in front of the exit first.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people try to walk in the exit doors? We have two sets of exit doors. One's automatic and one's not.
Mm-hmm.
Walk into both sets. Walk all the way in front of the two giant sliding glass doors, and they like in right like eye level. There's just signs that say this is not an entrance. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, we just sit there and watch people all day. We just
Yeah.
just look and like and they just stand there and kind of shrug their shoulders. They're like, what is happening right now?
There was a Black Friday shopping year. I can't remember what year it was, but anyway, Best Buy had closed like their front entrance doors, so like the exit doors were the only ones that were open because I think they were closing or getting ready to close or something. And so anyway, so people walk into the entrance doors, but they're locked, so they don't open. So they walk into the doors, look, and then just walk like as if nothing happened. Just walk through the exit doors, and the exit doors open on that side. So they just kept walking. And I'm like, oh my god,
You stupid.
you stupid.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I'm not acting like I've never done something dumb like that before.
Yeah, but like,
I definitely feel like an idiot at work. I was stumbling to put up these like packages, and they kept falling, and then I was like picking up stuff to throw in the baler, and like the cardboard just slid in my face, and for some reason I did that like that face when something's coming at your face, you pull back, and you're like "Ee!" I did that, and I was like, I felt
like
so
it scared you.
yeah.
You pulled back really fast.
Yeah, it was like it was coming at my head, and it scared me. And I was like, I just want to crawl in that baler.
Dude, I've had that so many times, and like sometimes like I get like really scared by stuff like that. So like I'll even throw up my hands and my shoulders, like my whole body will be into it. And, like it's not even close to my
Oh my
face.
gosh.
It just starts coming at my face a little bit, and then I freak out. That's like the best though.
That makes me feel better. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm just like, I am such a wuss. Like getting
Yeah.
scared by cardboard. I should just take it.
I just imagine you like all that stuff happening, and like you're like just now back at Kroger. You're like, yep, still a little rusty.
That's kind of how it feels.
Yeah.
It kind of does feel like.
Just don't worry, I'll get my groove back.
I'm still finding my rhythm. Don't worry.
That's how it was at Marsh for me. Like when I quit the first time and then I came back, I was like, it feels kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like still have to remember like how to
How to
get
do
in my
stuff.
groove again. You
Yeah.
know, like it's kind of like riding a bike, I guess. Bagging groceries, like riding
For me,
a
it's
bike.
like, it's almost second nature. Because like I came back to Kroger, and we were so busy that I was supposed to be working in produce, but they had me up front bagging, just like to help. And I was just like, as soon as I'm in my zone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what to do, and I'm fine. But then like
Exactly.
when I walk back to produce, I'm like a lost puppy. I'm like, so, I'm like I know what to do. You know, when I basically only worked like 12 to 9, or something. So I'm like used to working at nights when you have like a closed routine.
Yeah.
So I'm used to doing that. But lately I've been working like mornings and days.
Like mids.
Yeah, mids.
Yeah.
Mids. I don't know why, but that sounds a lot cooler than days. Working mids. But yeah. So I kind of like I keep asking like, so what do you want me to do? And I feel like a chump.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I should just know. But this is like today was the only day I worked this week, so I was like, it's whatever.
Right. I don't
I'm
know.
not really too stressed about it.
Yeah.
And
Like
it
you'll know.
It feels like charity still. Like I still feel like
you're
I'm,
helping them.
oh yeah. I'm
Like you're doing them a favor.
oh my god, I have so okay, so the that's how I feel, right? So then last week, not the boss of my not my department head, but another person that's been there for like too long, but they've been there so long that they're like they get paid a decent amount, so
Yeah.
it like justifies them
Right.
staying there.
Like they
So-
can actually have nice things like you wouldn't think.
Yeah, like she's been there since like 1990 or something like that.
Jeez Louise.
Probably even earlier than that. So anyway, they were pushing this pallet that had potatoes on it, and so the potatoes come like bulk, so it's either 5 10-pound bags of potatoes or 10 5-pound bags. So either way, it's 50 pounds of
Yeah.
potatoes, but there's like easily 40 of them on a pallet, so
Mhm.
that thing gets pretty heavy. I don't even want to do the math on that real quick, but it gets pretty heavy real quick. So I had just clocked in. It was like 8 a.m. or something. And so I'm standing there, and they're trying to move this cart, like this pallet, around the prep room, which is just like we have a cooler and a prep room, so things go from the cooler to the prep room, and then like if they need cut or trimmed or anything like that, we do it in there. So they're moving it around, but there's a lot of other carts in the way, so it's like not easy. I'm not gonna pull it because then I'm just pulling the potatoes, and then they're gonna
Right.
fall off, and it's gonna make a mess I have to clean up. So I'm like, the way I will help is by being out of your way. And apparently that was the wrong move, because the lady was helping my boss, and she's like, can you help us instead of sitting there with your hands in your fucking pockets?
Oh my god.
But she said it like laughing, so I'm like, okay, I definitely know she's not joking,
Right.
but she's laughing to kind of throw off the
Throw off the vibe.
vibe that
Yeah.
she's pissed at me. So anyway,
That sounds so fake though, like laughing and saying that. I'm like,
Haha.
oh, I want to punch you in the face so bad.
so I was like, in hindsight, I should have just been like, what do you want me to do? But I didn't, because I'm such a nice person that I just laughed, and I'm like, okay, I'll get right on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll start
exactly.
helping.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I do that way too many times.
what would
I'm
you like
like,
me to
yeah.
do?
I
Yeah.
tangent moment, but someone was talking to me, and like if they start walking away, I'll just be like, yeah, and like do that laugh thing, like so they know I'm acknowledging them. But I'm like, I don't even think that's funny. Like some dude was like, I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like, doing all right, you? I'm like, pretty good. And then he's like, yeah, I have this tooth. It's hurting my head. I'm about ready to go pull it out. And like, I'm sure he's joking. But
Yeah.
that'd be kind of gnarly if he did just rip it out in his car. But anyway, because I know he's joking, I just went, yeah. like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, why am I even doing that? So anyway, so that's what I said to this lady. And then I help, and then 30 minutes later, she comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, I just wanted to apologize. I was just angry, and we could use your help around here. We appreciate you coming back, but they didn't have to hire you back, right? So you're lucky you have a job." And I was just like, "Hold up,
Whoa.
what? I'm getting
Chill
like
out.
all of a sudden I'm
Yeah.
getting blackmailed." I was appreciating the apology because I was like, "Hey, an adult thing to do. Way to take ownership of it."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm feeling like I'm the one that's causing her a problem from working, or
Exactly.
that she got me the job. And I was just like, "What?
Dude.
For real? Welcome back."
It's a nice warm welcome. I love working at
Just like-
Kroger.
It threw off my mood for the whole day. I was
Yeah,
just
I'd be
like,
like,
what
what
is
the
she talking about?
Like, what is she on about? What is she smoking, bro?
For real, But they didn't have to hire you back. Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm awesome. That's why they did. It's like, you know that, right? I don't have to help
You're
her.
aware of how good I am at this whole
Exactly.
grocery thing,
I
right?
don't have to do shit around here.
So anyway, so that's probably about the yes, just burning rubber outside the bunker. Some airplanes
It's
going
under
overhead.
we're under a road, so
We're under 931.
exactly. Yeah. Come find it. We're under 930.
Come find us.
Try and find us, and then you can be on the podcast. You can be a guest. We have to sanitize you down though first.
We will spray you down.
We'll just pump hand sanitizer all over you, and then you can be on the podcast.
Do you guys have to do anything different for Target? Like we have to.
Yeah.
We don't. I guess we kind of have to wear gloves. We have to wear like latex gloves,
Yeah.
and then it's optional for the mask now because like the CDC said, wearing a mask would help. So
Really?
now it's optional to wear masks. But do you guys do anything special over there?
We have gloves provided to us, and that's kind of like an optional thing.
Did you guys get the black gloves?
We did, but
Those
then
ones
they.
look so cool.
Oh, I love the black gloves. Like I wore a pair of black gloves like the first day we got them,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like doing a cashier shift or something.
I think I saw that. I think that's why I know
Yeah,
you guys
you
did
were
wear gloves.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there coughing
came in-
all over your stuff.
Exactly, coughing and snotting everywhere. But like I don't wear gloves now. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Mhm.
because like, to me, like everybody wears gloves for like 30 minutes at a time. So like, what's the difference from me wearing a pair of gloves and like touching this first person stuff into touching the next person's stuff? That's different than me not wearing gloves.
So that's literally what one of like the grocery workers walked past, and he's like, "See, I get the whole wearing the gloves thing, but think about it." He's like, "Every time if you touch this grape, and then you go to touch that thing over there, you've now spread the grape germs onto that thing over there,
The
and you're
grape germ.
you're still wearing the gloves." And so I get that. Like, it definitely makes sense because we're not changing gloves every time we touch something.
Exactly.
So the only thing I can think of is it's for your protection.
Right.
But I think we wear them for the customers, like, because the customers feel safer is the reason we were told to wear them.
Some of them, like,
So-
that day when I was, like, a cashier and wearing them, like, half the people would be like, oh, they're like, that's really smart, man. They're like, are they having you wear gloves? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of optional, but I'm going to wear gloves.
I look sick. These things are cool.
I look like a tattoo artist. Like,
For real.
I look tight. But, and then the other half were, like, afraid of me and, like, afraid to touch me. And I'm like, okay, I
Please
understand.
touch me.
Yeah. They're like, they didn't even want me to, like, touch their receipt. I'm
They're like, no, it's okay. You can just shred that.
yeah. Like, okay. It was a very, like, 50-50 thing
Hmm.
for us, at least. But now that, like, we don't do returns now. Like, I can't return or exchange anything.
Wow.
People are getting really mad about
I think
that.
I don't think we can do that too.
No, we can't. It comes from the outside, so we're
Yeah.
not going to. Like, I had oh my God, some kid came in last night, and I think he stole a pair of Astros, like the headset.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did. I'm not 100%
Alleged.
sure. Yeah, so it's just
So if you're out there,
he seemed kind of like,
shady.
yeah, and like usually like if electronics sells something,
Mm-hmm.
like they'll say like, hey, I just sold this,
Right.
and like so we know.
Yeah.
And
Did it not have like the spider wire on it?
no,
or
it didn't.
anything? Huh.
No, and it's like it's weird. Like
The
what
spider
has it?
wire, for those who don't know, is the it looks like the bulb
The bulbous.
with the wires that wrap around your product. That's called
yeah, that locks it in there.
locks it in place, and it's asset protection. Spider lock.
Wow, thanks, James.
Wow, hey, no problem.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
But like he walked out. It was like a pair of like A10s though, so it was like that's like the cheapest one. I don't
Right.
even know if they would like keep
If they
it
put
in
it
the
on that.
like
Yeah,
keep it
it's
in the
true.
case or keep it spider wrapped. I have no idea. But he just walked out with it, like not in a bag or anything. He walked out the entrance doors
Ooh.
the wrong way, and I'm like, this guy seems not chill right now.
Yeah.
And then he came back 2 hours later with it in a Target bag, and it looked like it was never opened. He's like, can I return this? It's broken. This was last night. He's like,
Yeah.
it's broken. And I'm like, yeah, man, we can't do any
Can't do
returns right
returns.
now. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like with the sickness going on, like
The sickness.
The sickness.
Because of the sickness.
because of the sickness.
Because of the curse that's on America right
Exactly. On America, the entire
now.
world.
The
son.
entire world. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, too. Curse.
Coronavirus just in America. God, that would suck. We'd be blackmailed so hard for that. Like memed out. But like
Anyway. This kid came back and you're like, no returns.
yeah. Okay, so he came back. He's like, I was just like, yeah, with everything going on, like it came from the outside, like it came from outside the store since you took it out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can't return that.
Can't return it.
Yeah, and I was like, it'll still be good for after, like, for right now. Ours is like until the 16th,
Yeah.
which it could go on longer.
Right.
I'm assuming it's going to be extended.
Yeah.
But like the receipt's still good for that. Like
For
like
that
our
date.
return period like paused, and then so now like
So you can return stuff after this. So for right now, you can return. You could be able to return something after the 16th, as long as
Yes.
your receipt has the date.
yeah.
That's after
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
16th.
But he came and didn't have a receipt or anything, and I'm like,
Suspicious.
yeah. And then he asked me like 2 more times, and he's like, come on. He's like, I just bought like 2 hours ago, dude. He's like, come on. I was like,
Come on.
like,
Give me a break here.
no, sir.
Busting my balls.
Yeah.
Not letting me return this.
Busting my balls. It's like the good judge. Busting my balls.
Nice
I've been
judge.
seeing more and more good judge videos on Facebook.
Really?
Yes.
Nice judge. Good
Nice judge.
Nice good judge.
Nice good judge.
I saw another video, but I didn't watch it because I know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah. You're like, he's just going to give him a free pass. Or
Yeah,
something.
and it was like, this judge did something insane for a DJ. It's like, okay, yeah, wasn't that insane. But we have I don't think we're doing returns either. But
I hope not.
return this ground beef. It was
Yeah.
nasty. But I know,
didn't
like, if
really
you bring your
this
own
ground
bags, we can't bag. Like, normally we'd
same.
just be able to bag it for you, but if you bring your own bags,
beef. We can't touch him.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is honestly kind of nice because that's what I want to do anyway.
Yeah.
When people bring, because there's like 2 different types of people that bring. This is the grocery episode. Oh my goodness. There's 2 different types of people that bring their own bags. One of them are just like, I have things. This is my cold stuff bag. This is my meat bag. Meat bag.
Meat bag.
Put it in
Hey,
the meat bag, kid.
Hey, meat bag.
There's a frozen. I don't know. Each bag has its own little correlating items that go in it. But then there's other people that are just like, just fill it up. It's all going in the house anyway. So you're like, okay,
Right.
so you're just throwing eggs with bread and then hoping for the best.
And you have to kind of read them. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you're like,
How much can I get away with?
yeah, exactly. Like, what?
I'm like, can I put this raw meat in this bag? They're like, I don't.
Can
Yeah,
I
go
put this
ahead.
raw chicken in with these fruits?
And they're like, I don't care.
Yeah, just throw it in. It's all going the same place.
I'm like, okay. But anyway, so now it's kind of nice that they don't have to touch it. And then, let's
We
see,
put
we're
ours
s-
away for a while, too. Like, 'cause you can buy them, like, at the front end.
Yeah.
Like, they told us one day, they're like, hey, take them all off the shelf. Like, take them all off from behind the registers. We're not selling them. Like, just put them away. And, like, 2 days later, they're like, all right, we can sell them again. Just if they bring one, you can't touch it.
That'd be funny if that was like something unrelated to the sickness. If it was just like, hey, management just called. We're
Put the reusable bags away.
put the
They do not like those out.
yeah.
Quick, put them away.
There's actually a plastic shortage or something. I don't know. We're trying to use more plastic. Don't give them the reusable bags.
Exactly. We need to burn more rubber.
Yeah, but who knows, man? I feel like every time I come into work, it's gonna be something different that like we have to do. Like we sanitize the carts now, even though like 90% of the customers that grab a cart end up sanitizing it again.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. If you sleep better at night,
That's
then
what we
that's
have to
fine.
do
But
too.
like we have like a person whose job is to
Mhm.
stand and sanitize a cart. Like
So do
it's
we.
not. I mean, it is their job for now. Like it's not like that's what they got hired to do.
Yeah.
We're creating a new position, cart cleaner.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I feel like this is gonna go on for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not ending soon.
No.
Might be a little longer here in the bunker. Who knows?
It's kind of crazy though.
It feels like
Scary.
it's been going on forever already.
Mhm. It's very real.
Because I feel like it was around March. Because even like, I feel like Howard County, especially, because they were going like orange and yellow.
Yeah.
And I was still like driving there. And now it's like, I just go to work in my house. And and the bunker is what I meant by the house.
Yeah.
And
The bunker. I mean the bunker.
I mean bunker. We're in a bunker. And yeah, this past week has felt like, it goes by quick when you're working, but like I said, I hardly worked this week, so it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a drag.
I work. I have today off, and then my next day off is not until next Sunday.
Nice.
So, I did pick up a shift because I was like, I'm making $15 an hour now. We
Yeah,
got
making
the
that
extra
premium.
$2. Yeah.
We got an extra. Ours was called a hero bonus. Did I tell you about
Yeah,
that?
that's kind of what ours is called.
Dang, we're both heroes.
Heroes, essentials of the storm.
We are essential workers.
I love being an essential worker. It's my favorite. Having everybody
When
yell
I
at
can
me
look
all day.
back on where were you during COVID-19, the sickness, I'll be like,
The
I was on the
sickness.
front lines working
Yes. I threw my life on the line here.
every day.
Your
Every time I
PTSD.
punch in on that clock, I'm running the risk.
PTSDs for Lysol. Do you have Lysol spray? Do you have toilet paper?
Some guy was bragging about how he's had toilet. He's like, I've been stocked up on toilet paper for months now before this whole thing started.
Did you know? Like, he's like, yeah, I can
Tell
tell
me
this
what
shit's
you
gonna
know.
happen.
I
Yeah.
should interrogate him. I shouldn't have just let him walk away.
Just threw him against one of the shelves. Like, you grab his shirt.
Grab his shirt,
Yeah.
hold him up against the wall.
Listen here, punk.
This is serious. You caused a lot of harm to a lot of families. So you better give me some answers quick.
Give me some answers or give me a roll of toilet paper and we'll walk away like nothing
Like, give me
happened.
liberty or give me death. Give me a roll of toilet paper.
Or something. Give me a McDonald's napkin.
God. Sandpaper.
But I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Like, I just picked up that, like, the heroes shift.
Heroes shift.
Yes.
Is that what it's called, or is it a heroes bonus?
We kind of do have hero shifts, actually, because,
What's-
like, now we have 2 people a day.
Only heroes. Man, I feel bad for the people that don't work during that time. You're like, you're
You're not a hero.
you're the volunteer
Yeah,
shift.
the odd man out.
Yeah.
But I want to call the hero shift, like, we have these 2 people that come, like, once in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's our own, like, team members, but they've created shifts. Like, one is you come in the morning and clean. That's all you do. You walk around and sanitize everything.
God.
And then, like, that's, like, all day. Like, the second
Yeah.
shift, like, they just relieve the other person. So we have a person there from open to close, just walking around and sanitizing everything possible. And then we have, like, 2 other people because, like, our cafe shut down. So,
Mhm.
like, anybody that's scheduled cafe, go clean. So that's, like, a second person cleaning during the day.
Hmm.
Well, there's 2 people
Yeah.
cleaning because, like, there's a morning cafe and an evening cafe shift. So it's like we have 2 people walking around. Like, one of them stays up front and sanitizes all the carts and all the baskets,
Mhm.
like the hand baskets. And just, like, we have to clean the self-checkout after every guest. Like, it's gotten slow
Oh,
enough
really?
now. Yeah. Like,
Wow.
Target is so slow now that, like, we have,
don't-
like, well, it's not like we're not going to cause a line or anything yet.
Right.
Like, you know. But
it definitely takes less. It takes more time than.
yeah. So,
But it
like,
did.
after one person uses it, you got to go clean it. Like, all 4 of them.
Dang.
And then they're, like, even cleaning the registers after every guest. Like, the regular checkout lane.
Wow, that's
We're-
crazy.
Yeah. It's just, it's,
Makes me feel like we're not doing it. We have like a sneeze guard or something. a
we're supposed to be
shield
getting one.
in front of ours, and they
Yeah.
are nice. And I think it's funny how many people are like, "Boy, I'm so glad you guys have these," and then but the same person and like walks around it to get their receipt and then like talks to them or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like it kind of just defeat. But then
Defeats
also
the
how
whole
many people?
purpose.
It's also like the sliding glass doors. Like how many people struggle with holding up their card against the like they're punching it like basically like they're trying to get their Kroger card up to the scanner, but it's like no, just go under the like there's a spot under the glass.
Okay.
There's like a cutout for your
Yeah.
little card to go, but they don't. They're just freaking punching the thing trying to get it to scan.
Yeah.
And then they look at you like you're causing the problem,
Right.
and you're
Like,
like,
hey,
just put it under here.
Fix this.
Yeah, for real. Your thing's broke. It's like, no, you're broke, sir.
I love that. Like on the self checkouts at Target, you have to like, so you scan everything in, and then you have to hit pay, and then you have to hit like what paying method you're gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
So like the amount of people that like don't like are put their card in and don't hit pay, it's like appalling. And then the amount of people that hit pay and then try to put their cash in the machine, but it won't like unless you hit cash, it's not gonna like take it.
Yeah.
So they're just like sitting there, and I just see them bent over, like shoving the money in. I'm like, hey, you gotta hit cash first.
You
And
gotta
they're
politely tell them like,
they're like,
hey.
oh, this new age technology. I'm like,
For real.
yeah, self checkouts are so new. Like,
Like if this is your first time using
it's
one.
such a new invention.
Let me-
Like they,
let me
I
show you
think
how to
that
use it.
self checkouts came out this year. Like, this is new space age technology.
For real. NASA they had these on, they had too many of these, so they donated them to
I
us.
said, okay, boomer. Boomer.
Oh,
Boomer
man.
can't use self checkout.
That is sad. How these people, like, I don't know. I was going to say vote, but that also kind of makes me sound old. But, like, how these people have been and are, like, adults that make decisions and, I don't know, raise other people to become adults, I guess. It's, like, also kind of scary. Where I'm like, how many kids do you have? Like, you're barely holding on to yourself.
Right.
Which is really crappy, I think. But, of me, I guess, to say. But it's also, like,
How are these kids gonna be?
yeah. Which is why I want to know what's up with class of 2016 and all their kids. I want to know how
Yeah, I want to know how their kids are
how
going.
their kids. I want to know how their kids are going to turn out. I'm more interested in how your kids are going to be than you.
Exactly. I like knowing middle school them and high school them. It's like, what are their? Not saying that they're still like that, because I
Right,
feel
we
like
don't-
after you have a kid, you probably grow up a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you're like, okay,
Hopefully.
yep. Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully you
Jeez.
might.
Sometimes it takes 4 kids, but then it's kind of whether you want to grow up or not. Like we haven't, like we can say anything about that, James. You and I.
We got so many kids.
You
Man.
right? You know, James and I each have like 3 kids each, and they're best friends. They have their own podcast, just like us.
It's called Very Good Podcast Junior.
Very good podcast, Infant Edition.
Infinite.
Infinite definition. Infant Edition.
Yeah. What's that? I feel like you're. I don't know, with the whole marriage thing. Or what's your plan on kids?
Not for a minute.
Yeah, that's
Like-
mine too. I'd like to enjoy
Like I want to be like 26, 27.
50.
50?
Just
I
kidding.
respect that. No, I do. I would say 52.
Hugh
honestly.
Hefner mode or something.
Yeah.
Just being like
That'd
80
be
years
tight.
old. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, it's like, I think I'm ready for the commitment.
No, I definitely I like the idea of having a kid, but then there's also times where
Especially working in like Kroger, like
was
Publix
just
or
gonna
something
say
like that.
that.
Yeah, I figured that's what you're going to
Yeah.
say. Because I know exactly what you mean.
yep.
Like,
or
I
you
would
just-
love to have like 2 children. Like, that's my goal, is to just have 2. And like,
to
seeing some of these like infants and like babies in Target like screaming
Just
or like doing
raising
something, like raising
absolute hell.
yeah, exactly.
It's like
Exactly. Just raising like the utmost of like hell.
yeah.
Like, I'm like, do I really want to put myself through that?
Right.
Like, I do, but like, am I ready for? Like, obviously, I'm not
Yeah,
ready
that's
for
a
it.
bigger question.
I'm
Are you
not
ready for
it
that?
right now? No, like I
Because
could never do that.
like when you're working, I mean, unless you're stuck at a register, like when I'm in produce, not that I ever get that annoyed that I just walk away, but
Yeah.
it's like I'm not stuck with that. You know what I mean? Like I know in 10 seconds that baby
Yeah.
will be
it'll be fine.
it'll be an ambiance because
Yeah.
it'll be down in aisle 4 or something. But right now it's in my department. My
department.
problem.
This is my This is my time to shine.
But to have to like stay as close as you are to that thing and push it around that thing, that thing,
that thing,
that
your
loud
baby,
thing.
that thing.
that thing's making noise, you know.
Shut that thing up. Oh my god.
Oh, how insensitive am I?
I love babies.
But yeah, that's the thing. Are you? I think it's more respectable to be like, I'm not ready for it, than to like, I don't know. I feel like a
Just
lot
to
of people in
have
our class at least had a kid, and then like, I don't know, had to get themselves ready for it real quick.
Oh yeah, like that was like a 24-hour kind of thing. Like one night you're laying in bed, you're like, I really gotta get my shit together.
You have
Like-
T minus a day.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Get your shit together.
It's like I have like
after finding that out.
T minus like 15 hours.
I just think of like the what was that 24, that show where like I never watched it, but I feel like there was a clock counting down.
24.
Was it 24 or was it 28? For some
I
reason
think it was 24 because yeah, it was like
24 makes
24
sense.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just like you wake up with like that countdown clock actually on your wall
Yeah.
or it's on your phone. I don't know.
This is real.
Yeah. You get a call from someone. You have 24 hours. Get your shit together. Don't try calling this number back.
Yes. If you fail, your child will become homeless. God.
We're contacting CPS.
It's kind of real. Though. People that don't get their shit together have a kid, they get CPS called on them.
Honestly, CPS be the real kidnappers out here.
I don't know, man. I kind of CPS the real kidnapper.
No, they definitely.
Most part for the good, man. Like
Yeah, that's a difficult job. I could not do that.
no,
That is.
I couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Like I took a child from their parent, but I guess then again, like you
I
feel
thought-
almost justified.
Yeah, I guess. I had that question asked when I was doing my police interview. I think it was my third one. They were like, what would you do if you see like a child or like you see a person not caring for their child properly? And it's like, I feel like it's okay. I can handle it more now. It still sucks, obviously,
Yeah.
because I think about like that's what sucks about working like grocery and you just see like these or like retail and you just see these parents like shut up to their kids.
Yeah.
It's like that child is nothing but innocence, like
Exactly.
and here you are being
Just wants a piece of candy.
yeah
Like that's it. Like causing no harm.
right, like it's easy for us to judge, but it's like yeah, these parents are just like like that's the only time where I'm like maybe not everyone should be able to have a kid.
Yeah.
It's almost like the internet. Like I think we should just start testing for everything.
Testing, you have
Constant.
to. Like
You're
yeah.
never done testing.
Imagine the uproar that would like spur
the
from
absolute
that
riots.
that actually happened. Like you had to test to have a kid or had to.
I think if you held on long enough, you'd weed them out.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Big yawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I think it would really improve.
Honestly,
like-
we should talk to Trump, man.
Not saying that I would even pass the test, but like
That would wouldn't that be some shit? To like make all these tests and we can't pass them.
I feel like that would happen.
Oh well, just gotta trust the system.
Well, I did create it, so it knows best.
Created a monster.
I've created a monster. So all I wanted was a little me running around. I'm
But
too
no.
dumb for my own test.
Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, they were like, yeah. So back to what I was talking about. Completely forgot. This is a great episode. Can already feel it. They were like, would you be okay with it? And I was like, or not, whatever. I don't even remember what they're asking me. I'm off subject now. But I think it's okay for me to be like, yeah, I could be in a situation where I can handle that more now because I don't have my own.
Right.
Because the whole point I was trying to make, I feel like when you have your own kid, it makes it harder to like deal with kids.
Because like that just it's
'cause
just
it hits home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
But
oh.
then it also probably makes you tougher too. Like
Oh, absolutely. Like you
about
just start
it.
building that skin.
yeah,
Like that.
you're like I don't care.
I don't
Listen,
give a frig. I don't give a heck about
Yeah.
this. I don't know. That's scary. You see a lot of people like that.
but
and I'm just,
like
like-
what, like tough skinned or like
I
not?
mean, no, I meant like people that like should not have kids. Like
Oh,
just
that
keep
should not
talking
have
about
it.
it. Yeah, like I don't know. It's like you obviously like I feel bad, but it's like I don't know their place. Like
Yeah, that's
that's not my
true.
place to judge. Like I don't
Yeah,
like.
I
Sure, it looks kind of rough, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like
Yeah,
these
that's
parents
the
could
tricky
be
thing
like
about it.
really treating these kids. Like it just doesn't look like it doesn't look
Just
as
because
nice
yeah,
as some
we're
other
just
things.
seeing the small glimpse.
Yeah. But
So
I don't know.
there's been times, but then yeah, so that's my thing too. Is I do feel like I'm kind of judging a little bit, but there's other times where it's like, yeah, you're giving me a reason to judge. So it's like
yeah.
the fact that I have to question it kind of speaks to your ability more than
Right.
anything.
Like
Because I think there's times where there's kids that are screaming and like the parents are handling it fine, and I'm like, okay, yeah, your kid's annoying me, but at least I feel like at least you're being a good parent about it.
right.
Like just as often I see a good parent, I guess. Like I had
You're
a
like,
little
oh, it gives me hope.
yeah, I had a little boy that he dropped like a broccoli on the floor or something. And so the mom's like, great, now you have to throw that away. Go give it to that gentleman. So the kid hands it to me. He's like, I'm sorry, I dropped this. Now you have to throw it away. I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. And so then I went in the produce room and grabbed we have like these stickers that are like make it right stickers.
Mhm.
So it's like you put it on there and they get it for free. So I just handed it to the mom. I was like, hey, just put this on whatever. It makes it free. Good job. Your son's nicer than most adults. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
That's
so
awesome.
I definitely felt proud. I walked home after
That's a
that.
cool little
Didn't
thing.
walk home.
Like,
I walked out of the Kroger building just feeling like I made an impact today.
you are a hero in this
I was a
trying
hero
time,
before
James.
this whole hero pay thing. Some guy asked me, he's like, why'd you come back? And I was like, well, there's kind of a global pandemic going around. And I was like, I just wanted to serve my community. And he goes, hey, well, we appreciate your service. And then he's like, thank you for your service. So I was like,
Salute him.
we should just start, treating grocery and retail like they're soldiers.
We get like people walk out, they say thank you for being here, and like thank you for everything you do.
I always want to be like, hey, no problem, I get paid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I did get a $2 raise, so
Thank
I'm
you.
Not, yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you, coronavirus, for giving me $2 more.
the coronavirus saved me life.
Saved me life.
Saved me life.
For real. While unemployment was going up, my employment regained. I don't know what the word is, but
Oh, you reversed it.
yeah, like I got employed.
Unemployment is crazy right now, but you got employed.
Yeah, I mean, I still get, which is really nice. I still get checks through IUK.
Really?
Yeah, there was an email that got sent out, which is like really. I'm glad I checked my bank account because I need to check. Everyone needs to check their bank account more often.
Yes, true. I need to.
Just general advice, but I'm pretty
Check
terrible about it.
Yeah, I'm awful.
I'm like, I'll check it right before I buy something.
Yep.
So, it's a lot of.
I'll check it right after I buy something.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, yep. Yeah.
So I was doing some birthday shopping for me, mama, madre, and then me girlfriend.
Yes.
Because they got their birthdays this week.
This week?
This week, so it's like
Heck yeah.
my
man.
mom's, and then Emily and I's 10-month will be coming up, and then the day after is her birthday. So,
Nice.
So it's a pretty busy week.
Cindy and I's 1 year this month.
Nice.
On the 29th. That'll be
Wow.
1 year. Yeah.
Does that feel? Let's talk about that.
Feels
This
good.
Kinda, I feel
Feels
like we're gonna
awesome.
end on a good note. If we're gonna talk about this. Feels awesome.
I don't know. Yeah, it feels really good.
That's what's up.
Like,
Did it go by quick or slow?
a
A little bit of both.
I would
at
say
times?
both. Yeah. At times I was like, holy cow, like
Mhm.
we're zooming.
Yeah.
And then like another day I'd be like, whoa, like this is like this has been like the longest.
This is taking long time.
This is taking a long time. Life is taking way too long. Not really.
I
think
get
it's
that.
moving perfect. But I don't know. It's just cool. It's like I've never had something like this before, and
Yes, that's so cool. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you.
it makes me really happy.
The
And it gives me butterflies in
aw.
my tummy.
I feel
Aw.
like it depends. Like I feel like if I look at like month at a time,
Mm-hmm.
then it feels like it's taken a long time.
Yeah.
But when you look back on like the past 10 months, it's like okay, a lot's happened. And then
Right.
also like I was meeting like extended family within like the first month, so I think that kind of helped. Like,
Yeah, me too.
is that how you?
Well,
were-
not in like the first month, but in like the first couple months.
Yeah.
I was like deep in it. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Is that for me? That was a kind of a commitment to like, hey, I'm sticking around for a while. Because I feel like some people like avoid meeting family
Right.
because it's like, I might not be seeing you.
Right.
Like, but for me, it's like, okay, if I want to be around for a while, then I want these people to know me now. So that like,
Exactly.
even by a year, it's just like, oh, hey, there's James, and it's not some like I have to introduce myself and
Right.
go
It's
through the
not
whole
like kind
spiel
of like
again.
weird thing where they're like they don't really know you.
Right. I want to be at least recognizable by the
Yeah.
time I go through these holidays again.
Right. That's perfect.
Yeah. But you were meeting like family pretty early on. How was it for
Yeah.
you? You're married now, so how does that feel for you? Or I mean,
Um.
you're getting sorry, you're
I'm
not married now.
engaged,
Engaged.
James.
Sorry, I'm
Freaking
uncultured.
dingus. Freaking
I am so sorry.
corn dog.
Cornball Express.
Cornball. Cornballed.
Corn. You just got cornballed.
I mean, it was like a really. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's like it was a very like dark time.
Okay.
Like it wasn't on like great terms, you know. I mean, it was still like
Gotcha.
cool meeting them and like talking to them, but like the reason that I did wasn't the best,
Okay.
you know. Um, and it was very sad and everything, but I mean, it was still nice, like seeing like knowing that they know who I am, you
Yeah.
know. Which is cool. And she met my extended family, like everyone on my dad's side and like my mom's side,
Mm-hmm.
like very early too.
I feel like I take that as a sign of commitment. Like
Yeah.
Emily and I call it being all in, where we're like, okay, like if I'm here for the long haul, then I'm gonna have to do this again. So let's not like let's just get it over with, but like
Right. We're all in.
yeah.
That's
So
so cool.
so that's what we
I love that.
thank you.
It's very cute, James.
Thanks. I think I have
Thanks.
a cute relationship.
You do.
I'd like to think it's definitely yeah. It definitely feels weird being in one that you're like you have a really good feeling about.
Yeah, you're
and
like,
that,
oh,
you know.
this is some real shit right here, boy.
Yeah,
It's kind of tight.
yeah.
It's like really tight though.
It's not just kind of tight.
Not just
Let's
kinda,
be
it's-
honest.
It's pretty dope.
It's one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I had it on one of my notes, but I feel like this will be a good way to kind of drawn into the episode. How did you and Cindy meet? And I feel like did I already ask that?
I think, but I don't think we talked about it.
I'd like to hear like a.
I no, you didn't ask me. Like you asked like how I proposed,
Oh yeah.
but never like was like that. And then you told me after like recording, you're like, I wanted to ask you that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then
So I'd like. I'm guessing the short
Uh,
answer is Target.
no, it's
Okay.
actually a very neat
Okay.
story. Like, it's
Please walk us through the story. It's
um,
story time.
So in high school, we went to the same high school. She's 2 years younger than me. So when I was a senior and she was
She'd be a sophomore.
a sophomore, yeah, I know that, but I was like thinking if that was
Okay,
correct. I was
yeah.
thinking if that was like the correct like senior
So
like
you
yeah
just got
year.
cornballed.
Yeah, I just got cornballed. Sorry, sorry guys. Just James just cornballed me. But I was like, I was just checking if I was in like the right year, and I think I am. She like tweeted at me once saying like all my tweets were fire, and I was like, oh cool. I was like, thanks.
It's kinda,
That's nice.
especially back then. That was
Yeah.
like when that was a
That was like
prime,
peak.
Yeah, peak
that was
Twitter
probably peak.
usage.
Yeah. Those were the golden days, man.
Huh.
But like she tweeted at me, said my tweets are fire. I like started DMing back and forth. We went on 2 dates, and I was extremely awkward. Like I was not chill. Like I would have just dropped me too, because I was a weirdo, man. Like I was a weirdo.
Yeah. You hadn't
Um,
found yourself. You were early.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
just like we didn't hang out for a minute, and then one day I saw her driving in the passenger seat with this other dude that turned out like they started dating for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh wow. I was like, I text her. I was like, that's kind of shitty. Oh well, like, have fun, I guess. And then, fast forward, all the way to last year, like last Christmas time, she starts at Target, and is still dating this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then they break up, and like she moves out, and I have a girlfriend at the time that I didn't like. I wasn't happy with, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, so I left.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like a couple months. We're just like hanging out. Like we're a cool friend. Like we're friends. Like
Right.
she was like, we'd always like talk to each other at Target and like snap and like text each other. And she was just like always really funny and like I was like just fun to work with. And then um, we went on another date and then just hit it off there. And then it's been
Kind of the rest is history.
kind of the rest is history. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that you shared that with us, because I was like, I feel like in my head the answer is just gonna be like Target, and then I'm like, okay, I got my answer.
Yeah.
But
A lot of people think it's just Target, but like no, we went on a couple
there's
dates in high
there's
school.
some
Yeah.
history there.
Like 4 years ago, we went on a couple dates.
That's cool, because it
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, probably makes it more not satisfying, but like, that's cool
Yeah.
that like you dated her before, and then
Mhm.
like I'm sure like being friends again was like really cool,
Yeah.
because it probably sucked. I mean, it did suck to see her like with that other guy, and
Yeah.
so congrats.
Scumbag.
Scum-
I don't
No
care.
shouts
Dude,
out.
I'm gonna say it's scumbag. A true scumbag. I forget what I was gonna say. Frig.
After the scumbag thing.
No, I was gonna say. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
She the reason that she like in high school, like she liked me and everything, and like would have been like would have dated me, like wanted to have dated me in high school. But the reason that she didn't and like moved on to this other dude was because I was so awkward and like didn't like after like second date, I guess she thought that was like time for a kiss and like I didn't kiss her obviously.
Yeah.
And so she's like,
I
well,
love how you said obviously.
yeah, obviously.
Obviously, I didn't kiss her.
Yeah.
I'm
like
a Christian.
Dude, I was not kissing anybody at that time. Like 0 people. And I was like,
Zero
I don't know.
people, no,
Yeah.
not 0 boys or girls.
0 people. 0.
0
she's like, well,
animals.
You didn't act like you wanted to date or anything, so I just moved on. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh. I was like, after 2 dates, I'm supposed to like
Supposed to be
go
ready.
crazy, yeah.
Just hormones, let them loose. Yeah.
Oh well. I
Oh,
mean,
well.
I think
It
it's
got you where you're at now.
yeah, exactly. That's where we're at now, and I think it's like if it
Happened another way.
happened another way, and like we did start dating in high school, maybe we wouldn't be where we're at now.
Yeah, I
so.
think about that a lot, because like I feel like I had a lot of things that like led me to Emily, so to speak. Like
Mhm.
so I was at Indiana Tech, and then I transferred, and so if you would ask me at Indiana Tech, like I probably already knew my freshman year I was gonna have to transfer out, but like that last semester of high school, being like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Indiana Tech for 4 years, like.
Mhm.
So I just gotten out of my high school relationship, moved to Fort Wayne. Now I'm at Indiana Tech, and I was like, okay, I'll probably just find a girlfriend here or not. Like at that point, I was kind of just like,
if it happens, it does. If it doesn't, it's cool.
Right. And so then went there after a year, transferred to IUK, and so then it's kind of like it didn't feel like going backwards, but it's like, okay, I'm basically like I'm living at home again. Like I feel like it's easier to be more I don't know, like proactive about the dating when like you have your own place, kind of, or it's like I have to ask permission for my parents to bring you over. Like, so I don't know. That's just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of just like, yeah, it's same thing. Like if it happens, it happens. But then not only did I like transfer, but I also like I kind of really got to know her over, like I said, over the trip to England. So it's like, so not only was it me going to Indiana, like IUK, but like me going on that trip too really helped. So I feel like
Right.
there's a lot of things that like happened that like there's multiple things that if I didn't do, I might not have
Like
had the
the
outcome.
steps. Like
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
exactly.
change like
That's a
one
better
little
way of
thing, like
yeah, that's a
and,
better way of
like maybe
phrasing
stayed
it
at Indiana Tech.
yeah.
Like then you
Who
obviously
knows would have.
we might not even be doing this podcast.
We probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that. Like, here's my nice thought for the day. Because I was thinking about how I saw Neil again. And I was like, man, I'm like, there's just something about, like, seeing an old friend and, like, just not necessarily, like, just catching up, but, like, I like that just being where it left off. Like I was
Right.
just like seeing an old friend, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how I felt like with us. Like it's definitely been like it feels like we're just old friends, just hanging out again, and it
Exactly.
feels nice to be able
It's
to be
awesome.
like, yeah, I'm super. That's why I'm still like super excited. Even
Me
if like
too, man.
we come to the bunker and we don't have anything to talk about, I'm like,
Yes.
it's still just
And we
nice to hang
still
out.
figure it out.
We'll pull something
We'll get
out
it.
of that hat. But no,
We
it's
did
just it's
today.
just super nice to be, I don't know, to be friends. And then like thinking about like moving forward, how it's like I was trying to think because like I noticed our podcast doesn't have like a theme, but I think that's awesome because instead it's just like it's really just like the internet's eavesdropping on our conversation. Like
Right.
it's really you're just listening to us talk. And so it's like I'm excited to like even like how we're gonna have our own lives, and you know in 5 years we probably won't be coming over doing this anymore.
We
But
don't know that.
that's true. We
We
don't.
don't.
We'll
We have no idea.
via Zoom,
We could have a studio, James.
an actual bunker.
Yes, a real bunker. If we get a studio, I think it needs to be an
It needs
actual
to be
bunker.
named the bunker.
The bunk. It has to be called the bunker, and it like I want it to actually be a bunker.
We'd be like bunk boys.
Dude, we're rebranding to the Bunk Boys.
No more nice. What is young men? No more
Nice young man, just hashtag Bunk Boys.
bunk boys.
That's what we are.
bunk people.
We're the
It's like a cult. The bunk people.
Bunk people.
We are an indigenous tribe. No, but
Just the term bunk people just kills me. Just a couple of bunk people.
just come from living in a bunk world.
I
No,
think-
but like I was saying, it's like it'd be cool. It's gonna be cool to be able to listen to this in like years past.
Oh yeah,
Right.
like
Yeah.
I don't know, just
I'm
like have it to have it archived
Yeah.
and
Just
like how we were and
yeah, because I
everything,
feel like
I don't know.
even the last like the archived episodes we already have, like I feel like it's such a difference in like
it is.
how we talk.
I love listening to those. Like I really do. Like sometimes I'll like on the way to work or something I'll throw one on like one of the archive episodes that from like 2 years ago and I'm like this. I was like this is
Big
so
this.
this is awesome. Like I love hearing it.
So I hope to have that like
Me too, I
same
think
reaction after listening to
definitely.
these.
I think we definitely will.
I think we will too. Yeah.
Now
I think
I
yeah.
don't know.
I think it's almost stronger than before.
I think it is.
Like I think we're more invested now because like because we have our own lives that we kind of are able like I don't know, let me try to think of how to say it. Like we care more about each other's lives because we know like it's getting to not, we're like in high school where it's like okay, we kind of all know what each other's
Right.
doing, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now it's like everyone has their own shit going on, so it's like it really makes I want to know what's going on with Cameron because he's doing something like
Right,
he's
we
living
don't
a
see each
different-
other every
yeah,
day like
we
in
don't
high
see each other
school.
every day.
I mean,
You're living a different life than I live, so
Right.
it's like I want to know what's up.
everything you do in high school is like is known in high school. Like
Mm-hmm.
it revolves around that whole everybody there. Like
Yeah, I was thinking about that. How like
no
in high
no
school you
outside
think the
people.
world is like you think high school is the world
It's the entire world.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. I think
because
it's so
that's
cool.
that's something that makes me feel like a boomer where I'm like you have no idea like how much more real things
Yeah.
get than.
But I mean they don't though.
But in high school they kind of don't. Or you're saying like even after high school they don't.
I mean I meant like the kids still in high school. Like if like I don't know. Like you said it's like a boomer thing to say and
So
me
it's a
it kinda
boomer
is.
thing for me to be like, two high school kids, like, just so you know, there's much more important things than high school. Like, I feel like that's a boomer thing. Or not
Yeah,
a boomer,
exactly.
just like an older person thing to say.
Yeah. I mean it is.
But I remember being in high school, and it's like, I knew that was true, but it still didn't matter because I'm in high
Right,
school. And
exactly.
it kind of, I think that's maybe what you were trying to say, how, like, even though that is true, your world still is high school.
Uh-huh.
So,
There's nothing you can do about it either. I mean, like what?
quit.
Yeah, I'm quitting. What's up, guys? Putting my 2 weeks notice in here at high
Put
school.
my 2 weeks notice in. I almost put in my 2 week real quick. I almost put in my 2 weeks for IUK, and I'm so glad I didn't. Just because I'm like, well, I'm not working there now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not working there. Might as well quit.
I might as well quit. But then I looked at my bank account, and I still get checks. So I'm like, phew.
Whoa.
I know, because I was thinking about like, what if my boss were to be like, okay, you know, in 2 weeks we'll terminate your employment, Or I was thinking, would she be like, "Hey, just so you know, we're still getting paid, so you probably should just write it out."
Yeah.
Because I'd like to think that she'd say that, but I could also see her being like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
to
all right,
save
we
money.
might as well just terminate you effective immediately."
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
That's kind of cool though. And then you'll just like whenever stuff picks back up, you'll have that job. Still.
yeah, which is tricky because it's like I don't want to be working at Kroger and IUK.
Yeah.
So I have to really figure out when this whole
I mean, like,
sickness thing could give me an update when it's about ready to end.
Yeah.
And I can put it in my 2 weeks
To Kroger?
to Kroger. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get plenty.
Hopefully, when the thing clears up, I can start doing the job hunting thing again.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm.
On some big boy jobs.
Yeah. Because I have
Be
like my
awesome.
application in, and they were like March 16th. They were starting to review them, but the week after, that's when they started like closing down places,
Shutting
so-
everything down.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just in limbo right now.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think everybody is. It's very.
Yeah,
It's a weird time.
it is. And I was here. We were talking about like high schoolers and stuff. Like my cousins, like we're not gonna have prom, and
Boo hoo.
I'm like, well, I know part of me like I get it because I went to prom, so it is a big deal. But it's also like, yeah, I don't get to walk. Like I don't think commencement. I'm not really a big commencement person, but I think it's a bigger accomplishment to like graduate college than it is to go to like senior prom.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we don't get to walk. And then my mom was talking about, she had someone at work that was like, well, in the 60s, your walking was going to Vietnam. And I was like, ooh. So it kind of like put it into perspective that like, I don't know, every generation has its own little like, you might not get to walk this year, but at least you're not getting drafted into the army or
Right.
something. So it's like, it does suck, but it could be worse kind of thing.
Yeah. It's not getting drafted into Vietnam. Like that.
At first, I didn't get the connection at first. I was
Yeah.
like, why were they? She's like, we took our senior trip to Vietnam. And I was like, why were you guys going to Vietnam for a senior trip?
It's like that's really weird, especially during that time period.
Yeah. I was just completely oblivious to
Yeah.
to what she was trying to say. You guys were whack.
Imagine.
North Miami.
Oh my God! Imagine how scary that would be. Like scary
Just
of a
like-
time that is. Like, I don't know. I just imagine like what it'd be like to be like just living in a day in high school, like about to graduate, and knowing that you're gonna have to go to Vietnam. Like, I don't know. Like, what did it feel like? I don't know. That's
I don't
scary.
know.
It's very deep.
Yeah.
It's very scary. I hate that though. Because now we're just like, can I go outside?
Yeah.
Can I do this? Like, I don't know.
It's not like, can I be in a country where I'm not the enemy? It's like, that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, please.
If I could have a small favor to ask. I'm starving and I have, what's the boot? Swamp foot?
You have swamp foot? It is called swamp foot, right?
Is it what?
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's
Trench
what-
foot.
Trench foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
there's
used to love
different
making
variations.
trench foot jokes and nobody understood them. And I'm just like, I learned about trench foot in high school and I thought it was so funny. I'm like, you just like stand in some water all day and your feet just get ruined. Like, they'll just fall off and die. Like, your feet are done. Like,
I knew
sorry guys, I got
swamp
trench
foot
foot.
didn't sound right.
Swamp foot's like a different type of, like, a different type of
The
sickness.
strain. It's a different
It's
strain.
a different strain of foot problems.
Dr. Scholes hasn't figured that one out.
Dr. Scholl's swamp foot pads. Hell yeah. I would get trench foot.
Would
I
you
feel like I would
rather-
be the type of dude to get for trench foot though. Like with my luck. Like,
Is it like
oh
the
my
same thing as like
God.
you stepping on a shoe, getting mad? You're like, this
Yes.
would happen to me.
Yes,
I would
exactly.
get trench foot.
Exactly. That's like the same thing of like how infuriated I get like by stepping on my own shoe. It's like trench foot. God, not trench foot
No.
of all things.
Can you get trench feet? Is that a different thing?
I have trench feet. Trenched foot.
Trenched.
I've been
My
trenched.
my feet have been trenched.
Oh shit, James, you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Good place to stop at
Yeah.
after trench feet.
All right. This has been episode 5 of a very good podcast where James and I had no idea what to talk about today, and I think it showed, but that's okay.
So thanks for making it this far in,
Yes.
if you have.
Thanks for hanging around and just listening to us rant and ramble about nonsense. But
We hope it can help take your mind off of life.
Exactly.
And,
That's why I think about podcasts. It's
and
like
this whole
just throwing on in the background.
we're in this together.
Yeah, like the alone together thing. That's real. Just like stay connected with your friends
Mm-hmm.
and stay inside. Don't do anything. Like stay in your bunkers. Bunk boys and bunk girls.
Just remember to be
Bunk people.
just humaning up during this time.
Everybody, make sure to
Human up.
your life up. All right, this has been episode 5. Oh,
There
every
it
time
is.
this is the second
Gonna
one.
clip the mic.
Yes, sir.